Hey guys, so I'm doing things a little bit differently today. I'm recording a video for you through Zoom on my computer because I want to be able to share my screen with you. So on our monthly catch up, one of the things that came up was that time management is a bit of a challenge, and it's difficult to fit everything that we want to do into our busy days. And absolutely, I completely agree that challenge can be really, really hard. So one of the things that I found was really effective for me is that I started taking control of my work week. I started working my week. So what I'm going to do for you guys right now is I'm just going to share my screen. I've got all super clever and stuff. And so you can see here I've just created an Excel spreadsheet. Now I'm going to try and post this into our Love Yourself Healthy group. Obviously, if it doesn't work, sorry, but Excel's pretty straightforward. And this is our work your week sheet. So what I'd really love for you guys to do is at the moment when you're starting to map out what you're going to do which week, the easiest way to do that is to start color blocking things out. So obviously first you're going to have your non-negotiable things, like things that you have to be there for. So say you work from 9 till 4 Monday to Thursday. Just go in and block that out, and you're just going to write work because there's nothing you can do about it. Although at 12:30 you can just have a blank space there because that's your lunch break. That's your time. And yes, you're going to be eating lunch, but you could probably use that time maybe in other ways as well. Now, if you're the sort of person like me who enjoys sleep, 7 a.m. is your wake up time, so you're just going to block it. That's when you're sleeping, and then again in the evening. So I personally don't go to bed really before 11 o'clock, but I know a lot of you guys, by 9 o'clock you're well and truly, sound asleep. So you block that. That's your sleep time. And then say, so Monday to Thursday you work. Maybe on Friday mornings, that's when you catch up with your sister or your best friend or your mum or something, and it's total non-negotiable for you. It might be social time, but it is so important to you. I want you to block that off because that's a non-negotiable. If, like me, you have kids that you need to take to and from school, block that off as well. Can't remember what colours I've made all of these things, but I have got a code down here for you as well that you can use. So all the things that you can't control this, you can't change this. These are the times when you need to be present for these things. I want you to first go in and block those off. They're your big ticket items, they're your priorities. It can also be, your kids' activities and stuff like that. With your kids' activities, you might be able to double up on those times as well. Now, the other thing that we have, so some people would include this in work, but it could just be used for time, is commuting. Commuting is a really interesting one. Why is that? Someone's purpose. Now, the reason why I say commuting is interesting is because, yes, you have to be there, right? You have to be sitting on the bus or you have to be sitting in the car or whatever it is that you're doing. But so physically, your body has to be there, but your mind doesn't necessarily have to be there, right? If you're driving the car yourself, just because you're sitting in the car doesn't mean you can't be doing hundreds of other things that are going to propel you on the Love Yourself Healthy journey, or there aren't going to be things that are going to be your oxygen mask for you, or stuff that you might have to schedule at other times in your day. You might actually be able to do them. Like you could be doing your pelvic floor and your posture control exercises while you're driving the car. You could be in the next week or two. I think I've got a video scheduled for you that's called I Am Statements and Affirmations, and you could be reciting those to yourself in your car. You could be what else could we do? You could be sort of going through what meals it is you're going to be prepping for the next week, and sort of thinking, okay, well, I'm going to jot these down on the grocery list. You could be listening to an audio book on personal development. You could be listening to the coaching YouTube videos that I've been putting up for you. So physically, you need to be in the car. You need to be driving it. But your mind can be doing a lot of things at that time, and you could be doubling up on those things. You can just be practicing your alignment, practicing your breathing, things like that. If you don't even need to be driving, and if you're the passenger on public transport, you've got even more opportunity there with your time. Not only could you be listening to audio books and things like that, you could also have printouts from your Love Yourself Healthy activities, and you could be filling those in while you're on the bus. You could be reading a really good book. You could be writing your meal prep plan for the following week. So say every Friday morning on your commute to the bus, to work on the bus, that is when you're going to plan your meals for the following week. And then Friday afternoon, you write the grocery shopping list. So then on the weekend, all you have to do is go and buy the groceries, and you've got your plan for the next week. So again, you have to be there. You can't do anything about it, but you might as well use that time to the best of your advantage. And then the same, like say if you've got kids still living at home and they have activities that they need to do. So say from 5 to 6 on a Monday afternoon, your kids are at dancing. And you sort of like, you just like, oh, there's not really enough time for me to go and do anything else. I'm just going to sort of sit here and wait and do whatever. That's time you can be using in other ways. You could use that for your own endorphin effect at that time. You could go for a walk around the block if you don't necessarily have to be at the activity that your kids are doing. If you have to be there, there's no reason why you can't be doing some of your activities. You can't be listening to an audio book. You can't be practicing your pelvic floor and also control exercises. So yes, you have to be there, but it's the same as the commuting. You get to choose what you do with your mind during the time. So you could actually fill in a lot of your things on your to-do list into those times. So they're the second things I want you to start scheduling and then noting, okay, so I'm going to be sitting at the dancing hall from 5 till 6 on a Monday afternoon, but while I'm sitting at the dancing hall, I'm going to do these activities. And this started for me because that's exactly what I used to do. I used to take my girls to a dancing class on an afternoon, and the first couple of weeks I sat there with the other moms and I was like, oh, that's so frustrating because I'm like, there's so many things I could be doing right now, but I can't leave because my girls are here and they're in the dancing class. And they're in there having this great time. They're putting their oxygen mask on. They're getting their exercise. They're doing their activity. They're having lots of fun. And they come out and they've had this great time. And then I'm like, rush, rush, rush. Come on, we have to go and do these things because I've got to do this. And one of those things was a workout. And there was a park nearby. And sort of I was looking around and I thought, yeah, I could sit here with the mums. Yes, absolutely. Because it's nice social time. Or I could ask them if they want to still be social with me. We don't need to miss out on the social interaction, but maybe we could all go and do a workout. And so slowly, one by one, we started coming over to the park and doing a workout. And, you know, it was great. We got the social interaction. We still got to catch up and hang out together. But we also got to put our oxygen masks on at that time. We got to increase our own endorphin levels and feel really good. And we came back and picked up the kids when they were finished at exactly the same time. Our faces were red and we were a little bit sweaty. The kids' faces were red and they were a little bit sweaty. We've all been doing this great activity. We've used the time really well. So nothing was lost, but a lot was gained, and that was a really beautiful way to use that time. And now they go to art classes, and although I don't have any other mothers to sort of be social with at that time, I still use that time to the best of my advantage. Even if I have to be sitting there in the car park, instead of just sort of scrolling and just, you know, thinking, oh, I'm just going to do nothing, I can use that time really well. Now, if like me, you are an iPhone user, the other thing that you can do is you can link your iPhone to your computer. So you can see on here that I've got a lot of colours blocked out. This is sort of the computer view of my iPhone screen. What I really love about it is that this then prompts me throughout the day. So I get little reminders like that's what's just been through my phone right then. I know that I've got a client coming forward in a moment, so I need to wrap this video up. So the beautiful thing about it, doing the colour blocking, not so much in your Excel spreadsheet, but if you can pop that straight into your calendar on your phone and you work your week and you take control of that time, and then all the little things that you want to do, you put them in there for you, especially your oxygen mask activities. Put them in there. Then that's a really fantastic thing. Now, the thing that I have often taught my ladies, and I think that this is something really valuable I'm going to share with you now, is that so your oxygen mask activity or your workouts or things like that, stuff that you need to do for you. But as a woman or a mother, you tend to put them on the back burner and they sort of slide right down on your list of priorities because you sort of feel a little bit selfish or a little bit guilty about it. But what I want you to do is schedule those things for in the morning. So that's something you're going to do in the morning. Because if life gets in the way and you miss doing it in the morning, then you might be able to do that at morning tea time. But if life still got in the way and you miss doing it at morning tea time, then you should be able to fit it in the lunch. Lunch got too busy and you didn't get it done and you've got afternoon tea to do it then. But, you know, if you miss afternoon tea, then when you get home before you do dinner, you know, you could fit it in then. If you didn't do that, then you've still got that time, that block of time after dinner to fit that activity in for yourself. Because if you schedule it in for the last thing you're going to do in the day, because that's the bottom of your priority list, then the chances are you're probably going to miss it. You get one shot, one opportunity to do that thing. And if you miss it, then you've missed that whole day. But if you schedule it in the morning and you actually put it at the top of your priority list, then even if other things do take it over, then you still have so many more opportunities that day to fit it in and make it a priority. So I absolutely want you guys to be doing this as well. And then once you have blocked these things into your calendar as well, make them a non-negotiable. This is your time, your calendar. You get to work this week how you want to make it look. And you're going to put them in there and you are going to do them because you love yourself, right? And you are worthy of your best effort. And instead of giving your best effort to everybody else under the sun, apply it to yourself first because then they're going to follow. Love yourself healthy and make yourself a priority and these activities a priority. So I would love to see how you guys go with color blocking, whether you choose to use the Excel spreadsheet or whether you choose to use your own personal calendar on your phone, which I find really handy because I get those prompts and those reminders. I want to see how it looks because you know what? You might be really surprised that once you've fitted in all of the different things on your to-do list, you might have some huge blocks of time that are actually free. And how great is that? That's the best gift that you could possibly have. Make sure that you put in quality time with your family. But that quality time with your family, you know, you guys could be playing activities together. You could be doing gratitude together. You could be going for a big walk and getting everyone's endorphins charging. You could do a workout. Your kids would love that. Oh, whose kids don't love doing that? You put in the time that's really important to you. For me, obviously, meal prep is a huge thing for me. I love food. Food's really important. So that's something that gets scheduled in my calendar. And things like that. But I want you to work your week. You control it. Yes, there's always going to be things in there that you have to do, but that's fine. There is still time in the day when you get to take control. Can't wait to see all your beautiful colours and yeah, where you can find those little blocks of time that fitting just for you.